Hello, I am Wander001 and this is my review of the outdoor military style tactical backpack. This particular one is from National Parks Depot. Now, there are several different websites or companies that sell a similar style backpack. I did not know about that before getting this particular backpack because this is one item that before I got it, I did not review. Meaning I did not look up YouTube videos on this particular backpack. A buddy of mine was like, hey, they're having a sale on this pack. It's a decent size for like a bug out bag or something like that. Why don't we pick up two? And you know, I did. He got one, I got one. So sight unseen, no information done beforehand. So what was alluring about this particular backpack? It was $25 on sale. For me, that's kind of where the allure stops, because after I got this backpack, it just kind of went downhill from there. So to start off, the $25 price tag was a sales price, normally listed for $100. Now this backpack, like I said, is on several different sites, and they all kind of have the similar stylization and problems that I saw after I got the pack and started reviewing it. So if you want to make this a really, really short review, don't buy this. My opinion, don't get this. Not worth the money. Spend extra money, get something better, get something from a reputable manufacturer, because depending on what site you go on, this is called something completely different. But if I haven't scared you away with that portion of the review, by all means continue watching and I'll go through the actual specifications and some of the good points, the few good points. Okay, so to start off, the good point is the price tag. If you like that, there you go, $25 bag and you get all this. Now, what do you get with that? You get a 20-liter capacity bag, which consists of 4 main pockets, or if you want it in cubic inches, that's 1,220 cubic inches of storage space. The pack itself is actually 15 inches high, has a width of 9 inches, and a depth, so when the pack is fully fluffed out, of 8 inches. Now you can see that it is tactically styled, meaning that there's MOLLE and all these sorts of compression straps everywhere. The one feature that I did enjoy was this compression strap on the front, which allowed me to shrink this down further if I didn't have a lot of gear up top. Now if we do open this compression strap, we will cover some of the pouches or compartments on the front. Here you have a small compartment with some MOLLE across the front and a little bit of Velcro in the background there. Now this pocket, they do say, is supposed to be good for like a eyeglass case or something like that. I have found it where I can stick my Canon Vixia HFR 400 in here, so link somewhere over there for that camera if you're wondering the size dimensions on that. Now while I do not really like this bag, I have used it to carry my gear from place to place, not necessarily out and about, mainly because I did utilize the pack for 3 days, 3 whole days in Disney World, and that's where all my thoughts about this bag come in. So again, front, you have more MOLLE work here, as well as your small zipper pouch there. Hopefully you can see inside there. It is not terribly deep, but it does, you know, keys, pens, things of that nature. In fact, here is a little pocket and a cat wandering into frame for your pens right there, as well as, you know, the size of my hand to put like a, in my case, I used it for a notepad because that's all I really felt I could get in there. Zipping that up, and that is one of the downfalls of this particular bag, are the zippers, in my opinion. The teeth on them are extraordinarily wide, and the zippers themselves feel very chintzy. I mean, you might hear that if I bring it closer to the microphone. Coming across to the side here, you have another compression strap right there. Now, this compression strap is not like the one up front where you had a clip. This compression strap is just your normal adjuster. That really, to me, if you're gonna have a compression strap and I need to get at stuff, I wanna be able to pop that open to get in. And part of that is because, well, your next compartment here unzips and you have a channel or point where the pack will not unzip past. And again, you know, nice deep packaging area if you're interested in that. It does have, yet again, a little mesh area here and another itty bitty notepad sized thing. You might be able to get some headphones in there, but that's really about it. We're going to zip that back up and come across to the last pouch, which is in the back here. And this one, and this is why I said the compression strap should unbuckle instead of just cinch like that. This one goes all the way down to the bottom of the pack, which is problematic because, well, I have had stuff fall out of that because I didn't zip it up all the way. So I lost a battery pack, I lost some cableage because I actually took this out and had it fall out. Now, if you don't mind having a pack that unzips all the way to the bottom, I do know the usefulness of having that, but for my personal use cases, I want at least an inch of non-zippable space so stuff doesn't fall out. If you don't mind that, it is a very large opening. On the front end there, you do have a little mesh, again, so you could slip something in. This portion is padded slightly, and there is another little zippered pocket up here. And when I say little, I mean little. You're not going to get much in there. Supposedly, it can hold a 14-inch laptop. I don't see that happening. This does not look like it would fit a 14-inch laptop. And I'll show you what this looks like on me a little later. So, zipping that partially up because, well, the compression strap is in the way, so you have to reach under the compression strap to fully zip it. And I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking a little bit, but like I said, spend a little extra money and you will get something much better than this. So that covers the front and all the pouches and zippers. If we look underneath there, there's more MOLLE work, so you can attach your MOLLE compatible gear right there. Likewise, on the side of the bag, there is more MOLLE work right there, so you could, again, stick more of your compatible MOLLE stuff there. Up top, you do have a decently sized grip for the top. Now, this doesn't bother me that much. I've had smaller ones, I've had larger ones, I've had others that are padded. This one, to me, fits right in the middle. It's a decent size. You're going to get a quick grip on that. Perfectly fine. Here you can see the adjusters for the compression strap if you want to change the depth of the compression strap. Now, this is where the fun starts, because if you notice here, there's a little bit of fraying right there. And again, I preface, I've only used this bag for 3 days. There's no stitching across the top to prevent any of these from falling off. Now, with the compression strap, that's not a big deal. Once we start coming to the front here, you have the same problem. One, I don't like the fact that these straps are only padded partial way. You have your adjuster strap up here, which again does not have stitching to prevent it from falling out. So you can't really adjust that too much. And that's a problem for me because I had a problem with my shoulder, dislocated it a long time ago. So I need specific padding as well as a certain length loop so I could slip my arm in and out. You can't do that with this because if you put it too close to the end here, you have a chance of dropping the bag. I did not because I didn't adjust these. I just kind of slung it over one shoulder because that's all I could do. I did put it on fully a couple of times, but it was uncomfortable. So again, over on that side, you do have these rings on the front here so you can attach more gear. You have a chest strap right here, but notice it's not on rails, so it's just in one location. And really what I have it set at is about as wide a chest strap as you're gonna get it because again, no stitching there to prevent you from taking it off or it from falling off. So if you're a broader chest gentleman or if you're a female trying to wear this, you're gonna have a problem and not be able to use the chest strap. So again, coming around to the bottom here, you have these guys here which come off like that. So I mean, yes, that's how I kind of got it on, but really if I'm throwing on a bag, I just want to throw it over my shoulders and not have to worry about that. Again, adjustment straps, they're fraying. There's no way to prevent it from falling off. There is a Velcro patch back here behind the padding that you can get some gear into, but really the part that's sitting against your back, you don't want to necessarily have too much back there because, well, that will screw up the padding. The padding itself is okay. It was one of the better parts of this backpack. So padding, nice. Stitching everywhere, on the other hand, I don't know if you can see that. See that? It's just shoddy workmanship in my opinion. It does have at the top a place for your hydration bladder hose to go through, although I didn't really see any pouches big enough to place a hydration bladder or separate it from your other gear, so I don't know what was going on with that. Now, I will say you are supposed to have a waist belt, and here's part of the waist belt. The other part of the waist belt I lost when I was testing it, because again, every portion of this bag does not have stitching to prevent it from falling off. Now, I do realize, quick fix, you stitch it yourself, but really for the reviews of this bag, you kind of expect them to do that for you. Granted, the price is really cheap, but when they say normally it's a $100 bag, I don't really think this would be a $100 bag. So yeah, I lost the waist belt when I was testing it. I had it cinched up, took it off, put the bag on the ground for a moment, and picked it up and started walking away. Didn't realize until probably a half hour later when I went to cinch the belt up that it was gone. So yeah, you can lose parts of this bag. That's not really good. So if you're looking for some positives on the bag, it comes in an assortment of colors. I'll link them in the description area below if you're interested in that, if you're still interested in that. Also, what it's supposedly made out of, I don't know if it actually is, because again, when I first got this bag, it was kind of downhill from there. It was off-gassing. So if you don't know what off-gassing is, it's kind of like that new car smell. This was off-gassing horribly, and it didn't smell like new car smell. I had to leave it outside for like a week because it was making my wife sick, because it was just, I don't know, it was really bad smelling. So yeah, let me show you what it looks like on me. Again, slender frame, 5'7", not a giant broad chest, but just see what that looks like first. All right, so I mean, that's what it looked like. You clearly know that I am not gonna recommend you get this. If you are interested in this, I will leave a link to it in the description area below. I'm only one person. This is my thoughts on this particular bag. You can go out and check some other YouTube reviews. Some people love the bag. There are a couple others where they have similar issues like I do, but ultimately the choice is yours. But personally, I would say spend like an extra $10 and get a better bag. Get a bigger bag for that price. With that said, I have been Wanderer001. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching.